Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz and this is WELDERFABBER. And today we're going to start this video on this Volvo EC180. And it's got a cracked boom just underneath that ram bracket up there, as the ram's been removed for us. Let's take a look up here. So it's me and Cal on site today. Cal's on the DJI. And if you remember a few chapters back, Cal came out to this and a little bit more than he bargained for. The sheet's cracked right along here, and we've got multiple cracks around it. And it also runs down here slightly on this weld. So it goes from about 12mm down to about 8mm, the material on top there. So basically we're going to cut a section out, have a look inside the boom, see what's going on inside. But really we're only going to replace a small amount of that material there. We're not going to try gouging any of it out or welding it up. We're going to place the material. The material that we're going to use is just S355. On booms you can go into different materials, different grades, Ray X, Stren X. There's all different kinds of materials you can use on booms, but we go the middle of the road S355, and that's 8mm. We've fetched some with us. So we'll start by cutting this section out, having a look inside the boom, and taking it from there. We'll get the overalls on, get cracking. So we're just cutting a hole in it just to show you guys what it's like inside a boom. It might be hard for you to see. Where's my torch? Yeah. So at that side you can see the backing strip there. You've got like a 25 by 5mm flat bar at that side. And you'll also have one at this side behind this weld here. The crack has gone down the side of the backing strip on this side here. But we're going to take this all the way down here. We'll re-weld it all the way up. We're going to cut it back here, and we're going to cut it there. So basically we're replacing all that material with 2 layers. So we're going to put a piece of 8mm S355 underneath that we can use as a backing strip as well, and then we'll sit one on top and go back to the hangers for this ram here, nice and bonny. But you can see the crack there, and if you look at the material here, so that's the inside of the top of the boom there. So once again, material failure rather than weld failure. So you'd have thought that weld would go, wouldn't you, first? There is a big like stiffener plate on the inside there, can you see? And there's a backing strip underneath this weld here. So on booms you always get a backing strip behind the weld. So basically you can have a 3mm gap there with a plate at the back and then weld up to that, and that'll give you a full pen butt weld. So now we know what we're looking at. We can put a nice square line on here, square line on here, take that plate off, and then we'll show you again when we're at that stage. We've got it all prepped up now, nice and bonny. We've cut a plate to go flush with this now to see if it fits in, Cal. Just tacked a bolt to it, that's it. So that will now butt up to the backing plate for that weld there. Sit flush with that. So we can weld that, fully weld that in. In fact, Cal, we could put a bit of a prep on that plate first. Yeah, bit of a prep on it. And then we can get a nice weld there. Then flush it off and put a plate over the top. Double skin it. Just got to be careful though not to stiffen the boom up too much, because you do want to allow a bit of flex, but just a small amount of material going in here. It's only 275mm that. It should be alright. So like I said before, S355, that's chassis grade material. But that will allow it to flex a little bit. Better material than 275. If we're doing a big repair, like a big top plate on there, we'd use Strenex. Or on the side, we'd use Strenex again. With it only being a small minor repair, 355 will be good enough, in my opinion anyway. Sit that again, Cal, let's have a quick look. Yeah. Flush them sides up. Yeah. And then we'll grind it back and put the top plate in. Yeah. We'll come back to you again shortly. We've got the time lapse set on the GoPro. So we're going to use the Warrior MIG. Running on solid wire, 1.2mm. Running off the Shindauer 300. Now then, as you might have seen last week, I don't know if you watched last week's episode, we have got a new Shindauer 400 heading its way to us within the next couple of weeks. So I can't wait to get my hands on that, because that's coming with a suitcase feeder, Shindauer. And that means we won't need to use the Warrior. So it'll be interesting to see how many amps we can pull out of the suitcase, because you usually get a drop in amps when you use a suitcase feeder, but apparently this one, you get a big amps with it. But we will put it to the test as soon as we get it. That's the inner tacked in, a nice prep on that plate. And now we can put a run up each side of that. If we wanted to, Cal, you could weld it all. And we could, the next plate that goes on, we could just leave a gap. Maybe prep this one at top. Yeah, put a run down. Eyes. Weld this out okay? Yeah. Nicely done. We'll grind that off flush. Feeling a good gap there?
Yeah, grind it back out really.
Bella blue. So we've just got the top plate on now and some little tabs. These little tabs here. They allow us to fill this up with weld and we can grind out and grind it back afterwards with a cutting disc, as you'll see shortly. So we'll put quite a few passes in this now to fill it up, put one in that side, grind it back, little 4.5 inch grinder, and then we'll cap it and see where we're at and fill these up. Put a good few runs round here. Ready, Cal? Grind back. Always good to grind back after each pass. I would normally have the grinder facing the other way so the sparks are coming towards me, but the reason why he's got it that way is because I'm stood here with camera. And my little welding glass here that I'm just trying out. But when I put it on the gimbal, it doesn't seem to like it. So we'll come back to this when it's welded up. So that's the jobbed as we like to call it. Nice welding there by our Cal, who's also on the DJI. We've got a nice vertical, double skin there now, back to them hangers for the ram brackets. Should have no issues with that moving forward. We'll go and find the customer, Rick. We'll just get all the tools and everything wrapped away and just make sure he's happy before we leave site. Alright, so this is Rick, the owner of Caddis. Alright, pal?
Yeah, me and my brother. Yeah, we run Caddis.
Yeah.
This machine that you come on today, we bought about 8 years ago from a friend up in Scotland. Had quite a hard life up there, putting roadways in, stone tracks, and there was a crack on the boom when we got it. But she's had a bit more of a retired life down here on the clay in Cheshire than what she was doing up in Scotland.
Well, I was on her.
About 7,500 now. We probably put 2,000 of those onto her. Yeah, this crack I had a go at 7 or 8 years ago. And it held for a while. But
Oh, you've had it that long?
Yeah, we've had it for a while. So we had a play with it, and the crack came back in again. Just wanted something, a better job doing of her.
What do you guys do here, like, with timber? Throw that timber, Cal, there.
Forestry, so we do a lot of tree clearance, arboriculture, tree safety work, and then that's supplying the timber yard for our firewood business that we're running through the winter. So we supply logs, firewood logs to domestic customers, pubs, restaurants throughout Cheshire. Aside from that, we're environmental contracting. We do a heck of a lot of fencing, tree planting, hedge planting, wetland work, wetland restoration. You've obviously seen this machine and where that's been in the stator at the moment, ready for a good wash. We run the Maruku trap dumper as well, so we tackle quite a lot of wetland sites, looking for encouraging and improving habitat for private and commercial clients.
What do you think of that then?
Cracking, really, really good, dead chuffed. It's great having you guys to come and do this. Turn up with the van with everything you need, just totally independent. I can crack on with what I'm doing and I know that we're getting a good job done here.
One-stop shop, aren't we?
Yeah, it's pucker. Yeah, really.
We make sure the van's fully loaded with everything for any occasion, really.
Yeah, that's grand.
I know Callum came out last time, but he needed some material, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and when Cal was here last time on the tree shears, we've been out with those. They've harvested about 200 tonnes since you were last here.
Yeah.
The points have lasted, no problem at all. It's a cracking job that was as well. Really, really pleased with you guys for doing it for us. Thanks very much. So she did 6,000 hours before she cracked. Have we got another 6,000 hours in her now?
Oh yeah, he's getting another 6 hours. As long as all the pins and bushes are good, do you know what I mean? That's when you start getting problems, when the pins and bushes start getting worn. Do you know what I mean? If you keep on top of all that, if there is any play in any of these, let me know, because I have a contact where I can get some good pins for you from.
Cracking. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be back in the yard, so we've been dead chuffed with what you've done so far for us today and the other day. So belting. Cheers, Baz.
So, man. Cheers, Mum. Cheers a bit.
Cheers, Cal.
Let's go. Back at the workshop, and the Cat 930 has been collected. All right, pal. LN Contractors. So that's the hitch. Just the bottom end of the loader arm has been line bored. Only that section there, which was really, really badly worn, if you remember back. And we've done the centre bearing as well. Hello, pal. Should be good now, that.
Brand new.
Should be. The hitch is quite worn itself, you know what I mean? But the bottom end of that loader arms now is fine, you know. Other than that, it's quite a good bus, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's quite a good bus. What's your name?
Martin.
Martin. Hey, pal.
Not so bad.
Yeah, so it's been not a bad little job, to be fair. But everything else on the machine seems bang on, doesn't it? But looking at the machine, it's quite tidy. And all the other bushes and pins are just a little slightly worn out this one. I think he might be selling this, mightn't he?
He's doing, yeah.
Is he?
I think so, yeah.
He's going to get a deucing.
Hitachi's going for.
Oh, he's going for Hitachi, is he? Right. What do you do, Philly?
Machine driver in yard.
Yeah. Looking at him, he nervous on cam.
A little bit, yeah. Don't like it.
All right, pal. I'll let you get that strapped up. All right, pal.
No bother.
And let's see what Callum's on with. I think he's on with a bucket for Jones Brothers. Look at that little beauty. What an absolute beauty. keep looking round it, looking for an extra. See if I can. Oh, another one.
Look on here as well. There's another one here, look.
That's two. Are you the culprit? Look at Tab. It's a forklift in a heavy industry. Listen, this is like my Rolls Royce.
You don't have a Rolls Royce in a place like this, man.
Yeah, it's a workhorse at the end of the
I
day.
thought you were giving me something then.
It is a workhorse, isn't it? We've got to expect scratches. Just didn't expect a few so soon. So we've got a 30 ton digging bucket in here. I'm going to replace the wear bars on it. As you can see, they're getting thin there, starting to peel away. Gouge all this side out here, it's starting to peel the side off. And we'll put some lip adapters on that lip there, because they don't want, again, they don't want to spend too much money on it, keep the cost down on this bucket. Make it last a little bit longer, as long as possible anyway. And there's some cracks on the hangers. You do this outside, Cal?
Yeah.
Yeah? A cold morning today. -2 this morning.
Oh, would it?
It is for end of Feb. Right, you get cracking on that then, son. Alright guys, so a few chapters back I mentioned about our merchandise and the profits from our merchandise going to St Catherine's Hospice and the Macmillan nurses. Now then, this is John.
Hi.
From St Catherine's, and he's come down today to draw up a contract with us to make it official on where our money will be going from all profits. And then I did mention Macmillan to you, didn't I?
Yep.
What do you think about Macmillan, and how can we get across to Macmillan?
Phenomenal charity. They do so much for so many people affected by cancer, and I'll do my best to introduce you to people from there to see what's possible with them and make sure that they're happy with everything. But from what we've been discussing and what we've put down on paper, we're looking to make sure that 50% of all the profits from all the merchandise on the WELDERFABBER website comes directly to St Catherine's on a half-yearly basis. So we've made sure it's all official, we've made sure we've got everything in writing, we've made sure that WELDERFABBER are protected and we're protected, and if anyone wants to find out more about it, they can feel free to contact the hospice.
Yeah.
And we'll do the same and introduce you to people at Macmillan or whichever cancer charity it is you wish to support as well.
I mean, I'd like Macmillan because they're the ones that looked after my sister on the last couple of weeks, do you know what I mean? So, and you guys have looked after quite a few members that I know over the years, you know what I mean? So, and St Catherine's is, in my opinion, the best hospice I've ever seen anyway, and that's why it's so close to my heart, and that's why I want to give as much as possible to you guys. Yeah, so I think 50% to you guys and 50% to Macmillan if we can arrange that, or any other cancer charity, do you know? But
I'm sure they'll be delighted.
do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about your hospice?
Yeah, St Catherine's is located in Preston, so we're central Lancashire, and we look after around 1,500 people. We have positive impact on the lives of around 1,500 people and their families every single year, and everyone is different that comes through our doors. Sometimes they're looking for support in different ways, We try and make sure that everyone gets the best of us. They get the best possible chance to live life as fully as they can for as long as they can. And we try and give opportunities to loved ones to do the things that they want to do and be there for people, regardless of what it is. We've had horses in hospice, and we've had pets and loved ones. We've tried to create as many chances for people to do the things that have a real positive influence on them at every chance that we get. And we can only do that because of people like yourself that generously, and I mean this, go out of their way to make sure that they're doing something that has a real positive impact on the lives of people around them. So yeah, the hospice are delighted with this, and we hope that we do very well.
I'm delighted to give a bit back. I mean, I'm not looking at merchandise as making any money whatsoever for WELDERFABBER Limited. We want it all to go to charity. So you're half of that charity, and then the next half we should find out within the next couple of weeks anyway.
And it's top quality gear as well. We've seen
it
a few
is top
of
quality gear.
Sure
if you guys haven't seen it already, go to welderfabber.com and yeah, make a purchase, because it will go to these guys and it will go to a good cause. And I'm really pleased that you've come down and we signed a contract.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right,
you very much.
Cheers.
So the lads have just finished welding up the top two flat parts of the ramp. We're currently waiting on some dimensions for the legs, but I have cut the 56 base plates for this job out of 10mm mild steel. And now we're going to have a quick look at this bucket that we took the wear strips off. We've cut the little edge off the side that had peeled off and worn away. Now there is quite a few cracks on this bucket. It's not quite as bad as the last one that I did. But if you look here, Director, you can see it's just starting to crack up the side of the adapters there on the bottom edge in a few spots. Everything's ground up ready. And there is actually another little small crack on the back here. See that there? And then that pin, you can see that pin is actually snapped. There's no penetration in the weld. And that side's actually the same. Look there, you can see where the grinding dust is actually stuck into the crack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this over, and then I can gouge all the rest of the cracks out, see if there's any more on the top side. I think there'll be probably some more cracks on the hangers underneath, I'd imagine, because there was on the last one. But first, I'm going to nip round to the other yard and go and get the pre-screen that I did start probably 2 months ago. We'll keep them boys busy. So this is the power, well, I think it's a power screen, pre-screen. Now, I started this about 2 months ago. So what the plan is, obviously, is we're going to cut back. I've cut them pieces out of there. See, I've started that one. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to create like a taper onto the end, because this had all snapped. This plate here had been welded up a few times, so that's a new plate that we're going to put back on the end. So we're either going to bend them from that point there, where the end of the cut is, or if we struggle bending them, we'll end up cutting them off and welding them up. So it'll be plenty strong. All this pre-screen is pretty much made of hard ox, even that new plate that we've got. So we might actually struggle to bend them, but we're just not too sure yet until we actually get going. So we'll get this back to the workshop for lads. Right, let's get going with the air rock, eh? So we're actually using 3/8 rods, around 350 amps on the Kempi Excavator. So as you can see here on the inside, we've done 2 passes along inside there. Nice hot passes, and we found a little bit of porosity on the outside of that adapter there, so we've gouted all that out, planed it up ready for a bit more weld. I'm going to go around these. I've just got a little bit more clean up to do on the inside of that. I'll have to get a small grinder for that one. And then I've also on that top where, as you can see, the actual separation line here from where it was cracked. So as we started off with that little 2-inch crack, we could see a 4-inch crack, and it's actually probably 6 inches long, if not a little bit more. I've also gouged that pin out. I just need to get a little grinder in there, and then I can work my way around. I'll do that top weld here whilst it's on that face. Now I'm waiting for material for the wear strips to come in. That's why I've not put them on. But the material should be here pretty soon, so once that's in, on our next term, we'll probably put them on and just continue the next flip, weld, grind, gouge, whatever we need to do. Right, so as you can see, everything on this side is pretty much welded up now, apart from the pin. We're going to do that last. So what I'm going to do now is flip it over, but I think I'm going to put the wear strips on next, as the material's coming for that. And the lip savers, I'm going to cut the edge for that as well. If you like the more in-depth videos, leave us a comment and let us know what you think on with the director filming a little bit more. Now, when I put these wear strips on, I'm going to stick it all on time lapse and let the director get back to editing.
We've got Frank over there welding the feet on the legs for the ramp. We are actually still waiting on some levels to continue that. So we brought some other work in. We brought the prescreen in off the J4. And these all three for Jones Brothers. Got it cut down at the end there. We put like a little bit of a crank on it, so as it drops into the jaw box. There'll be a new hard ox plate, mounting plate that goes on here. Basically the same as that one there. Oh, there's me pal Carlisle. How you doing, pal? Just give me 1 sec. Alright. In fact, you might as well talk a little bit about you whilst you're here.
Oh dear.
Can't see you for a bit.
Yeah, how we doing? All right.
So this is my pal Carlisle Glass. I've known this man for years, haven't I?
Probably close to 30.
Yeah, and he owns a company called First Response
Site services.
Site Services.
That's correct.
So have you just got my slice rods?
Yes, I've got them in the back there. They've arrived from ESAB, so the genuine product. So
Good man, and some grinding disc for me there.
Yep, the Klingspor grinding, 9-inch, yep, to keep your lads going.
So you do everything to do welding consumables?
Everything,
And
consumables,
tell
PPE.
our viewers what you actually do.
Well, we specialise in all the welding equipment, hire equipment, electrical, MIG for the construction sites, water-cooled TIG sets for the fab shops, welder generators. We do all the PPE and everything. We do all the corporate stitching, the screen printing on the back of the hivers, vests, etc, etc, boots, everything. There's nothing we will not look at for you guys.
Good man.
Yeah.
Like I say, he's a pal of mine. I've bought off him for years, and I'll put a link in the description of his website for you guys to see. All right, let's take a look outside. Well, Cal's on with the bucket from Jones Brothers. Pretty much done it all outside. Yeah, he says he's been demoted outside, but it's actually better working outside in this weather. There's a little 4-in-1 just coming here that needs pricing. Needs pricing and then probably repairing if it's worth it. You can buy one of these buckets for £2.5 grand brand new. So we'll look into that in more detail shortly. JJ's doing a bit of painting. Alright, son. 305, 305s. UBs. And we got another bucket just coming in now for an edge replacement and floor. And then that is way too far gone. So I'll ring Millings up and I'll go and get an edge from them men, and we'll put a new floor in it. Hard to believe that it can go that far in it, really. So we'll put a 200 or a 250 by 25 edge back on that, and a 6mm floor in it. So we are very, very busy at the moment. A lot through the workshop, through DTM and WELDERFABBER. Back in the workshop. That's a 250 by 25mm edge for that bucket there. We've got some plate coming in for the floor tomorrow. A little bit chaos down here at the moment. This is my pal's wagon, Chris from HRL. Kind of borrowed it to do a job, so cheers Chris. Our Dan will be using this tomorrow to fit this steel wherever it's going. There's a big rush on to get it out. I'm good, yeah. Well, the lads are flat out fabricating in the shop, coming outside getting painted. Friday Frank and Cal in this bucket for Jones Brothers. More steel that's going out. We pulled the van out to run the Warrior. So whilst the boys are busy in the workshop, me and Dan are just going to go and pick a new van up. What you bought, bro?
Maxis Delivery 9.
Is it?
Yeah, time written up, tow bar on, reverse camera, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cruise control.
So who's having that?
Don't know yet, I don't know. I might get rid of that fullback I've got and give it to Rick, or might get rid of DTM van and give it to someone else, I don't know yet.
The little DTM van.
Little DTM van, yeah.
Where are we going here?
Walton Summit Truck Centre.
Truck centre here.
Yeah.
Rico, Walton Summit Trucks, so
This is where we are now.
let's see if we can see it.
Where is it? Oh, I can see it there behind that wagon.
Let's see if we can pull in and have a look.
Going around, guys. FJM, we've got one now, look at it there.
DTM Dan. New van day.
Minty.
Let's have a look.
There's a few of them in. Need to get private plates on it now. DT12 fab, I think, on this one.
You got DT10 and DT11, haven't you?
Yeah. Seat covers on it.
What kind of money's one of these?
20 grand.
20 grand.
Seat covers, mat. Not even seen it. It's first time I've seen it. Tow bar. LD.
Is it lined it back?
Yeah, all ply lines. Tough floor. Lovely.
Spot on for 20 bags.
Happy days.
Let's go and,
See Marco,
let's go and see the Marco man. New van for DTM.
It's got a roof vent in it. Stop it condensating. We're spot on there. I think that 300 will look alright there, you know.
I shouldn't have it.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, it'd be spot on it back of here, that. Sound.
Dan's looking to put the Shindauer there. As you know, the 400's coming. And maybe we put the 300 in here. It all comes down to weight at the end of the day, doesn't it? What weight you're going to put in it down.
Yeah. About 1400 payload, I'm not sure. It's check with Marco, but yeah.
Right enough though, wasn't it?
Very well, it.
Make a bit of a bench and some shelves and put it to work. I think Rick should have this.
Yeah.
Yeah. New van for Big Rick.
I melt in your hands, soaked in sweat when we dance. I fall to my knees, baby. Wanna get you alone now, not ready to ignite. I want us to go home now, no turn off every light, baby.
So I've just been looking through Callum's certificates and his level 1, 2 and 3 in City and Guilds. He's got quite a lot of certificates actually, to be fair, as our Cal, because he's just gone to get his CSCS today to renew his CSCS card. And I've just received a letter from our bank. If you remember a month or so back. We had our bank account closed, didn't we? Anyway, they've agreed with the complaint that we put in. They've sent a letter of apology and a cheque for £150. Now then, there's no way we're going to accept that cheque for all the stress and anxiety and everything else that they caused us. So now we've got this letter, we can forward this to the Ombudsman and they can progress and take it forward to the next level, because it's just not right what they did to us on so many levels. Yeah, it could have ruined our reputation. And luckily we've got this letter now and this cheque, so we can take it to the next level. And I'm going to head down to Wales to have a look at a Komatsu long reach 210 that has a snapped boom. Let's get down to Wales. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of a chapter here now. Director's in on the DJI. He has done a bit of filming in this one, so let us know in the comments if it is a little bit better on the filming side. The bucket is finished for Jones Brothers. There's more hours gone into this than I wanted to go into it, if I'm being honest. The guys wanted to keep the cost down. There's a lot of welding gone in, all the wear bars have been replaced on the underside. It needs a couple of new teeth on it, Komatsu teeth, but the guys from Jones will replace them. They'll probably send it for a few more weeks with them teeth that are on it now. So yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching. There is big changes coming soon on our channel, which I'll let you know about. So don't forget to check out our website at welderfabber.com. Like I say, it is for a good cause. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, I'll catch you on the next one.